hello. How are you? This is Bima's Crafty Corner, and I am Bima, better known as Els. And it's dry. How we doing? Boy, what a day. Hi, Harry. Just write this down. I have to remember to do that, otherwise I'll forget. Hello, Miss Michelle. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Lurker, who came in and thumbed me and left. From your neurologist. Are you psycho? Are you certifiably psycho? Are you on my desk for some reason? Yeah, that's your foot. Hey, KK. We're letting Harry have his time. Y'all got to see his face when he had that guilt video. Doing good. Yes to all. You're crazy. So that's what you're saying. You're certifiably cuckoo. I knew that. You didn't need to go to a neurologist to find out. I could have told you that. All right, you have to get down. Because I say so, and because mommy needs to work. Yes, I love you too. Now get down. Come on. Get down. Thank you. Appreciate it. All righty. So we are working on our detective album journal. Yes, I know you need treats. I'm getting them. Good gravy. Oh, look, she missed one. The Hoover missed one. Here you go. And we are using we are using this, which is a memory album from Heartfelt Creations, and they are no longer in business. So I figured that out when I tried to find something out about one of their other products. And so we are using one of these, and we are making an album journal, which means it's basically an album, a memory album, but we're putting a journal in it. So we're also using these pockets and flip fold inserts. This is the product I actually looked up because I opened it up and it was just these pieces. And I was like, what the hell are you supposed to do with these things? So I went and they were like, oh, we're no longer in business. And I went, oh, okay. So we are using one of those and all of the parts and pieces. Hi, guys. No, they both, trust me. In her case, if they didn't find anything neurological, then she's just cuckoo. Yeah. I love my Michelle. All right, so we are doing this, and what we did was we took the fins and we altered them, and we're not going to go through every single one of them here, but you'll get the idea. We kind of added a flip to this one and a pocket to that one, and we did a flip up on one of these and a flip out on another one. We used some of the pockets and flips in it, and we are currently working on this signature right here, which is B. A, we've already done. B, we're doing together. C, I did off camera, and hopefully today we're going to get through these last couple of pages, and we will be able to start putting this thing together next Wednesday. So oh, honey, I've been cuckoo for years. That was about 20 years ago. They told me I had preterm dementia. I'm now starting to lose my short-term memory. All right, so we went through and we did a little work. This is Nicole's pocket. She came up with this one. Well, she inspired it. So it's a flip, and it's got a journaling card here at the top, which I really probably should put a little pull on because it fits in there absolutely perfect. And then this one down here is just a little writing space with some Velcro closure. And we're using a paper clip to hold this closed. Gravity holds that. So yesterday we put in this little piece and this little folio thing that I did off camera, which was part of the kit that we're using. Well, one of the kits that we're using, because we're using 4 different kits here. And then this one, which is our Dr. Watson card, because we already have a Sherlock card. He's over here. And then we did a little spot here with another journaling card in a little tuck right there, and some writing space on this one. And this is where we left off. We created this little pocket, and now we need to do something with this little card. And then we have 4 pages left and we're done. So we're going to finish this card today and then move on to the other 4 pages. Steffi G in the house. Hey, hey. What's up, girly girl? All right, so we have all kinds of papers and stuff. I did print off some more paper that we needed because we were running low. And so now, let's see. We need, still have some flips. All right, we have a lot of flips. We have a lot of flipsy doodles. All right. We have some of that. Fins. I've been working on stuff. I'll put those over there. And I have like 5 versions of that book, by the way. Because, yeah. Let me tuck these all back in the box, in the package. I probably won't ever use them again, but, we never know. Move that over there. What are we looking for? We are looking for not Tyvek. We're looking for something. Turn this into a tag. And I don't necessarily want it to be black, so. Is that tall enough? No, not going to be tall enough. Ooh, barely. Oh, it's going to fit. Okay. Yay. Well, I think we all go through the struggle bus with hubby when we're married, at certain points in our married lives. And I think that, we either fight for it and it makes us stronger, or we realize that we can't and we move on. All right, we're going to put this on here. Oh, that just fits, guys. There's literally like a hair that doesn't fit on the bottom. All right. Let's go ahead and cut this off right here. Any luck, I'll cut it straight. And then we'll take that little hair off the bottom over here. And we have a little bit over here. It's a little off. There we go. Okay. Now, let's put some ink on this. I mean, we already have ink on it, but let's put some ink on it anyway, because now we have a white line. Nobody likes the white line. All right. And let's make this sucker a tag. I know, right? All right. Taggy. I need a I'm going to do this, let me see. I need brown. Brown. I need something brown. Hey, I found that whole pack of paper we lost yesterday. Let's see if we have anything in the mini scraps. We just need a little piece, We do. Oh, yeah. It's hard. I know. I'm sorry. It is very hard when you are taking care of somebody. But, that's what you're in there for. That's what you signed up for the long haul. All right, we're going to round these little corners here. And then ink the crap out of this thing. We're going to find the center of that, get it on there. Then we're going to pop a slot. I just don't feel like using a round one, So let's find. Yeah. When my mom was getting to the end, she was constantly having mini strokes because basically her liver was rotting from the Hep C, and it was hard. It was hard. She would do some of the weirdest stuff, and she would come rushing out of her apartment and want to get in a fight with me. And I'd be like, I'm not fighting with you. She wanted to drive her car. She no longer had a license. I had to have that taken away from her. Hi, Christine. Look, here's the thing that I did learn. Okay, this is the long and the short of it, Steph. If he is literally that disabled, where he has to be watched constantly, he should be on Social Security. If he's on Social Security has programs to provide you with assistance, to have someone come in for, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24 hours a day to help you watch him. If that is what you need. But you need to reach out for that. You can't just expect it to happen. You have to look for it. All right. Yeah, you could find there's home health aides that will come in and help you, because it's hard. Even if it's just relief care where they come in for a couple of hours a day so that you can get away and walk away from the situation. Yeah. But Michelle's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We know this. I just give her shit. She knows I love her. Hmm. Yeah. No, Sandy had to do that. She had to go through that process because, I mean, she's got a freaking pacemaker and she can't move her legs. And she had to go through the whole thing and she had to hire a lawyer. But you know what? In the end, it's worth it. But the thing is, too, that they will have to pay back from when he originally filed. You have a brain. Yay. Yeah, but call the insurance and ask them if they'll pay for some respite care for you. Like, tell them, look, I'm at my end here. I need to get away for a few hours, and somebody has to be here. And see if they will send somebody in, you know, just for an hour or two, so that you can get out of the house and get away from. Because right now you're the primary caregiver, and if you give up, he's in a world of hurt because there's going to be nobody that's going to take care of him the way that you do. And they know that. And if the insurance won't help you, there's other organizations that can. You just need to really research it. Like maybe you can send him to adult daycare for a couple of hours a day or a week. You know, where he can go and hang out and watch TV with some friends and doesn't realize he's in daycare. He's just going to hang out with his buddies. But you know what? We've all been there. We've all taken care of a sick family member or friend. It is a thankless job. And make no mistakes, it is a job, and it is worse than any job you'll ever have, because for the reasons that you are attached to this person, you see the deterioration, and it's not something that you should see. You should see them at their best and not have to see them at their worst. But unfortunately, because our society doesn't really allow us to have the kind of help that we need in these situations, you get to see them at their worst. That's never fun. All right, we're going to cut this piece off this page. Hey, that wasn't a bad line. All right. Shush. I'm fussy cutting with big scissors again. Well, in all fairness, it's a big fussy cut, you know? I know. Somebody's going to call the crafting police on me here. Be like, oh my God, she fussy cuts with her big scissors. It's horrible. It's all perfect and it happens really quick. I know. All right. Just a little bit right there. Boink. All right, and we need using those great measuring skills again. You'll know them skills. I'm sure they are. You're fine, honey. That's, we're your tribe. That's what we're for. You come in, you let it go. We here. We here. All right, we're going to stick that on there. I don't know. We might make it into a belly band, but right now it's going to be a side pocket. We won't know until we put it on the page what we're going to do with it. All right, I don't know if we want to do this on the side pocket, or we want to make it up. We're going to do it on the side because then we have space to write if we take this stuff out. So we're going to do it over here. So let's do this. I'm going to do a side tuck. I don't want to mess with the real estate, Here we go. Of course, now we have to find something to put in it. I don't think we have anything that big. Let's see. What do we have? Let me see. I'm going to take a whack at this. No, I'm not going to like it. But we're going to use this side, I think. Here we go. I do like this side, so we'll use this side. Just don't like the line down the center. If it didn't have the line, I'd be okay. Okay. So we need to make this bigger. Bigger. Okay, let's ink. We'll put this down, and then we'll add white cardstock to the back. Writing space. We'll be good. And if we finish this, then we only have 2 pages left, guys. We're kicking ass. We're getting this one done. Only 2 pages left and about 1,000,000 tags that need to be topped. And then the whole thing has to be sewn together, so. Okay. Let's trim this out. That's good. And then it needs something on the back. Let's see. What do we have in? I found the 6x6 that we couldn't find yesterday. All right. What do we have here? We're going to go 3 by 4 7/8. It's going to be 3 across there, and then 4 7/8 here. I know. The fussy cutting police need to come and really seriously deal with me, because these are not fussy cutting scissors. Unless you're me. Or somebody, like me. I know there are people that do it. But like everybody's like, you have to get out your tiny little scissors. Oh my God. I made a video yesterday because I had to remake that stupid video for that book. Because I put the wrong size spine in it. So I remade the whole video, right? Because I can't use 2 different books. I got to show you the same book. Continuity. So I made the book again. And I was kind of proud of myself because I remembered Stamperia. I, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of that paper 90% of the time. But I remembered Stamperia. And I was like, yes, I did it. And then I said, Tom Holtz. Yeah, I did. I said Tom Holtz. There we go. All right, let's put some decoration on this page so we can move on. Look, we all know how much I, absolutely love Tommy. Timmy. That guy. All right, we're going to add this in too. I think those both belong there. But we need something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to ink this real quick. I might have an idea. I'm gluing it down on this. I'm going to try something. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. The brother, I know, right? Blasphemy! I know. There's old ladies right now that are losing their crap. They're rolling over in their graves. They're like, no! Their girdles are in a knot. She called our beloved Timmy Tommy. Okay, let me grab my little side notcher here. Okay, that one and this one. Ginger, you need to go away. You're not getting it. You've already had apples this morning. She's so convinced that I'm going to give her more apples. Okay, I'm going to put glue on this. To there. We're going to put it right here. Yep, it'll work. All right, so it's going to be a little tuck. Somebody can tuck something in there if they want to. See? Tuck something in there. I like it. Moving on to the next page. 2 pages left. Mari! Yeah, and the truth is it's just stuff, and it's not always original either. But it's true. He doesn't even come up with it. He has a whole design team that comes up with that crap for him. All right. So we are on to the last bit. This is the B section. All right, so let's do do a Sherlock quote. Okay, we're going to do this first because there were no lines, no dots, no holes in paper in that day. Like they didn't have spiral notebooks, you know what I mean? All right, so we read that, and I think it blends pretty well. I don't know if I want to make this a flip, though. I do want it to flip open. Screw it, I'm putting a hinge on it. All right, we're going to put a little hinge so that it pops open. I can if I want to. Okay. Well, that's good news. You know, I homeschooled my kids. Mostly because we live in the worst school district in the country. Look, check it out. Clark County, Nevada. It is the worst. Okay, let's get rid of these. Oh, yeah. And it's pathetic because we get all the money for our schools from our casinos. And yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Our graduation rate here is only like 47% or something. It's less than 50%. Yeah, bad. All right, so we have this little journal card here as well. Now we could put this one in here and then use this as a pocket. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use this as a pocket. Don't know what we're putting in it, but we're going to make it a pocket. Maury's back. Hi, We have this little telegram. We could turn that into a journaling card and put it in there. And that would hold that shut. It's just high enough. See, that's too low. Too low. I think we're going to do this telegram. We're going to turn it into a journaling card so that when it goes in there, it holds that. All right, let me grab a tea-dyed thing. You know, a thing. I don't know, one of those things. Here we go. See, that's a tea-dyed thing, so we're going to use one of these. Let's ink. Yeah, I had my kids, my two youngest, we actually had them in an online school. And because of the curriculum, it just wasn't meeting the needs of the kids. Like, my son would be done with his work in like a day, the whole thing. He'd be done with it, like a whole week's worth of work. And then my daughter would struggle. At one point, they gave her multiplication tables, and we figured it out that if she did those multiplication tables, all of them, it would have taken her like 53 hours because of the way that it was just the way she went and did it. You know, she had real concept issues with math. And so it didn't take into account the individuality of the student. And we were like, okay, that's not good. She even had an IEP, and like we took her one time to the library where she was supposed to meet her IEP teacher. And the IEP teacher was like, okay, well, today we're going to be working on, we have a test coming up, standardized test. And so we're going to be working on how to take the test. And I said, no, we're not. We're going to work on how to tell time. She can't tell time. She can't count money. Let's do those things. They were not very happy with me. And so eventually, hubby just decided I was right, and we were going to pull them out of conventional school, and we were going to keep them at home. And they went from like, our boy was bored, to he built a computer. They both ran successful ghost businesses because we had them build a business from scratch. And I took it over to the community college and showed it to a business professor who had been one of my professors. And the guy was, this is the guy who launched Snapple. And so I took him over, I took stuff over there, and he's like, you know what? If they ever want to go into business, let me know. Because they had it. They had it spot on. Yeah. So, needless to say, it was interesting. Let's see. I think we're going to put this one right here. But, you know, we pulled them and worked our way through some things, and just things that they wouldn't normally learn in school, like how to write a freaking letter. Like, they don't teach that shit anymore. So we taught them, you know, all of the basics, and then we made sure that they knew what they had to know. How to grocery shop. you know. Kids today don't know how to grocery shop. They don't know how to look at the shelf tags and read them. We made sure our kids did. They know how to balance a checkbook. They know how to manage finances in their home. You know, so you just have to you need to find what works for the student, you know, for your child, and you need to teach them those skills. And the thing is if you teach them those types of skills, like we didn't have to teach math. We taught our kids how to balance a checkbook and how to run a business, and they figured out the math.
So it made sense in their head.
Because they had a tangible reason for it. You know, they've done studies where they've proven that like the mind of a child is not ready for multiplication until they're like 10 years old. But they try to teach it to them when they're 6 and 7. And their brain doesn't get it. You can't force stuff in there that the brain is not developmentally ready for. Exactly. Teach them life skills. When my oldest son, he was homeschooled, and then he went to school that we have here it's really designed for performance children, kids that do performing on the strip and stuff. And for kids whose parents travel, a lot of celebrities have their kids there because they only have to be there one day a week. It's a charter type online school. And my son went there to get he wanted to finish out high school, but he didn't like the idea of a standardized high school. So he went there. Buggy goes there now. And his sister went there. So his older sister went there. So, you know, they're in there and they're doing what they need to do. And my son, he when he was in there, they were trying to teach those things. And the teacher was like, well, you know, he needs to know how to do these things. And I was like, okay, I'll tell you what, just pass him on the class. And they were like, oh, no. I was like, look, the boy could shop since he was 7. He could balance a checkbook by the time he was 9. He knows how to grocery shop. He knows how to manage his budget. He knows how to put money into savings. He knows all of those things, those life skills. He knows how to use a washer and dryer. He knows how to use a stove. Just so they took him in and they tested him out, and they passed him in the class because those were skills that we taught our kids. My kids were 5 years old. It's like, this is how you run the washing machine. It's preset for you. You put your clothes in, add a pot of soap, and push start. Don't eat the soap. Duh. You know? Yeah. Well, see, they got rid of home ec, but they had to go back and do the life skills because they realized that the whole generation that they didn't teach those skills to, you know, like the 30-somethings are now having children, and their kids don't know how to do it either. Why? Oh, because we didn't teach their parents. So they're like going back going, okay, we need to fix this. Because most places got rid of home ec, you know? Kids don't know how to eat anymore. They don't know how to put food together. I need something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find it. We have the tiny version of that telegram. I have a little tag. No. With fingerprints. That's too much. That's too much. All right, we're just going to use this little number. It has no purpose. Well, okay, he's into tech and he wants to know how to do the dishes, but he won't let you teach him. Find him a YouTube video. There's YouTube videos on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Find him a YouTube video, how to wash dishes. Let him watch it. You got to get creative, Steph. Maybe make a video and then let him watch the video. If you can't find a video, make one. What? Spam law office?
Hello. That's what it says.
That's different.
Interesting. It said spam law office.
All right. Last page. Okay. All right, let's see. What are we going to do on this last page? I don't know. Ideas. Anybody got ideas? I told you typed too slow. Okay. Sorry, guys. That's Sash driving me nutters this morning. All right. Let's do... Let's put some washi on here. All right. Washi. And... do that. Ink this. Don't know what I'm doing with it, but we're going to do it anyway. Probably end up just putting it in a pocket someplace, but I really like these and I've got to use them. Okay. We're going to get this part straight. This part is better. Let's get the top straight now. Okay. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but I like it. Okay. Now what? I got to figure it out. It's got it. This last page. I got to figure out what we're doing here. What are we doing? We can't do a side pocket. We've already done that. We did a bottom pocket. We've done a side tuck. Flippy floppy, that thing there. Let's do can't do a flippy floppy. We could do a flippy floppy, but I don't know. This is like the last page in this section. I think we have a belly band on the end of section 1. Section A. Let's see what it's going up against. All right, so section A does have a belly band at the end. Yeah, we don't want to do that because there's a belly band to the right. So if we had this signature in, it would be belly band to belly band. So we don't want to do that. Let's see. Here's my big scissors. I need to do some fussy cutting. All right, let's ink these real quick. Let's see what we can come up with. You know, I used to joke around that I hated fussy cutting, and I kind of do, but it doesn't bother me as much as most people think because I just use my scissors, you know. All right, these are going on. There. Maybe. See, I like it, but it's really too big. Can't use that because we have that on the other piece. All right, we're going to add a little weirdness. Boney. Yeah, yesterday when I was making that video, I lost Boney, and he was sitting right there in front of me, and I just like, I don't know where he is. All right. You need something right here, and then we're done. Yeah. Let me go grab the thing. I'll be right back. I don't want to put anything on there that's going to catch on the belly band that it's going up against. That's why I'm trying to keep it pretty basic. All right, let's take a look. All right, so I have this set. I have some watches. No. 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 Okay. Those are all no's. It's okay. We'll keep looking. I have some words. Adventure could work. It's about all that's on there that we could use. We're going to go with adventure. Let me just make sure that I don't. Yeah, I don't have one of these open. I probably do. I'm really good at that. No. I have 16 of these open. Okay, here we go. These, though, they're a pain in the butt to get off of here. I don't know why they really feel that these things need to be, so popped in together. I don't know. Explore, journey, discover. I think we'll do discover. I think I like discover, I think, better. Who knows? There we go. Let's try this one. I like the idea of the adventure, but I don't like the font. And there's no other adventure on there that's like a better font. So I think we're going to use discover. I got to get this on here just right. All right, and something to push it down with. Okay, let's see who we did. Slow and easy. Haha. All right. I mean, we could put adventure on the side. I think that's cool. Or strength. No. All right, we're going to keep that one for something else. And put these away. Or else I will forget and they will, they'll get all messed up. I'm a little deep sometimes. I'm allowed to say that. It's about me. Don't be calling the crafting police on me. All right, you know what we can use that's in here? A number. Although I have to tell you guys, this is going to be a pain in the butt because Timmy's rub-ons, very hard to use. They are the hardest ones. Let's see who we did. Right there. There we go. 7's not on at all. Okay. Yep. Pulled the 5 right off. See? His are sucky. All right. Because we didn't want anything on here that was going to be, you know, I could get attached. All right. So Wednesday, we're going to stitch this puppy together. We're going to get everything in its place, and we're going to stitch this thing together. I have to tell you guys, it's gotten quite fat. So that is our A. Not too chunky. This is B. Quite a bit more chunky. That's probably going to be a folio if we put it in there. This is C. Oh, it's a little chunky. All right, so Wednesday, we're going to stitch these in. You guys got to see this. We tried so hard to not make this book like, you know, and there it is. It's just one big chunky mess. So Wednesday, we're going to go ahead and stitch in the signatures. We'll get that done. We already have our holes poked here. We just need to use our guide to poke the holes in the signatures. So we're going to get those lined up, and then we're going to poke our holes in the signature. We're going to get them sewn in. I might actually do that off camera because, you know, I say choice words when I'm doing that. Ones that even I don't want on my channel. Things that people could use, nobody would ever guess as passwords for their, you know, stuff. Yeah, I can say things that'll make a sailor blush. Okay. Put those things away. Have a good weekend, Steph. Okay. So we are basically done with the signatures and stuff. And we just have to sew this thing together. Then we'll go in and finish all of the tags and tabs and all that stuff, because there's a lot of those in there that need to be, you know, topped. This sucker is 3 inches solid, even at the front. It's 3 inches. So it's a big chunker of a journal. And woo! I had fun with it. I really do love this album style. I have to be honest. It's I think it allows you a little more play, you know? And so that's always fun. I'm going to put all these things into the bag so that they're not, because they're blowing off my desk. And I don't need them all over the floor. There we go. That I'm definitely going to use, so we're just keeping that out. I'm going to definitely use that too. Figured out. It's going in there someplace. Right. All right. So that and that, we'll get these in here. Let's get the paper put away. Let's see, what else? So we are voting for the next journal. And so far we have a very close race, guys. It is very, very close for what the next journal is going to be. So if you get the chance, stop in and put in your vote, because looks like we're going to be done with this one next week. And then we're going to need to move on to the next, you know, the next journal. Let me see. Get that. I think that's all of it. Yep. Okay, this is all going in the bag. at that. I cleaned out the basket. That's so odd. We finished a journal and I cleaned out the basket all at the same time. How does it even happen? I don't know. Oh, those pieces go in there. Okay, that's fine because everything goes in there. All right, do we have anything else that goes in there? I don't think so. Okay. We definitely want to use these two pieces. So what I'm going to do is just put them up here with our guide for our holes for the punch. Guys, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. This is a big one, but it is a thing of beauty. And I think we're going to have a good time with it. Okay. So let me grab the rubber band. Yes, the large rubber band. It goes around the book. So Wednesday, we're going to finish this up. I'm probably going to honestly stitch it in off camera because, yeah, we've all seen me stitch stuff in on camera and I say bad words. A lot of bad words. I know some of you live for that moment, but I get in trouble for that. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got going on. We have craft with me tonight. We're going to be doing some double something pockets. It's a thing. I haven't even done a video on it. We're going to do it. Fold this and we're going to do it. Get out your scrapbook paper. We're going to do this. If you have double-sided, all the better. But if you only have single-sided, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we're going to be doing that. And then tomorrow we have mixed media. We have our game on Sunday. And then Monday is Oogie and Lex's birthday. Yeah, my Oogie Boogie and Alex both have their birthday on the 16th, which is the day after Father's Day. We have a 3-file folder folio, and the 18th is when that slot pocket is going to come out. You guys are going to see that on Wednesday. You know what? I'm going to show it to you now because you're not going to see it before the video comes out. So let's talk about that real quick. So in section B, we had this pocket that looks like this. And it has this little tuck spot here. And then when you take that out, there's a tuck spot. Watch this. There's a tuck spot behind it, right? So you have like a double tuck. There is another version of this. And I did it in section C off camera. And let me see if I can find it real quick. And I'll show you guys. What is it? I've lost it. Okay, let me look. I thought I did it in here. Maybe I did it in the other section. I may have shoved it into A. I think I did. I think I put it in A. I know it's in here. So let's find that one. Ah, there it is right there. So this one is the same exact pocket. It's just done in a different direction. This direction. Instead of having the pocket on the side, it has the pockets going up and down. And we used our slot dies for these. But in the video, I'm going to show you how to do it with a hole punch and an X-Acto knife. So if you don't have those, you know, you can do that. Also, I think there's like 3 sets or 4 sets of those in the shop. So if anybody wanted to get them, they could, you know, once they see how to use them. So that is that is that. That video is coming out on Wednesday. There's a 3-file folder folio coming out on the 16th. I have no freaking idea what it looks like. We'll figure it. Yeah, it's his birthday. He took the whole week off. I got a little panicked the other day. I was reaching out to her and she wasn't responding, and I thought maybe they killed each other, because, they spent the whole week in the house together. And, it's okay if they want to kill each other, but Jesse needs a home. You know what I mean? Michelle's going to hit me. So tonight we're going to be making a kind of a pocket thingy thing. And then we're going to be doing some mixed media tomorrow. That's all I got, guys. Until I see you again. If you're new here and I have not yet offended you, give me a chance. Push the button. I will. It'll happen. It always does. And then also, check out my Ko-Fi, where you can pick up some free digitals, or you can go over to my Patreon. There's some digitals there as well, but they're not free. They're free to my Patreon members, unless they're not, But that's pretty much what I got going on. Check those out. Go over and check my Facebook group. Check my community tab or my post tab or whatever it is they're talking about. Calling it now on YouTube. All of those things tell you where you can find me as far as days of the week, as well as if I'm traveling. So check all that stuff out. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye.